Hi y'all, it's Kimberly here. Thank you for coming to my channel. As some of you may know, I used to work for DoorDash, but my red card was stolen out of my car when they broke into my car. And I ordered a new one, finally got it, and I'm fixing to go on shift. There's something that I saw online, I think it was this morning, either last night or this morning, and there was a DoorDash driver that she made a delivery, and then the person that she delivered to, she delivered it in person, handed it to the customer, and she then, within like a few minutes, she got a notice from DoorDash that said that the delivery had not been delivered. And she drove back to, it was at a CVS pharmacy, and this happened in Garner, North Carolina. And this DoorDash driver drove back to the pharmacy, and she confronted the person that she delivered it to, the employee that she delivered it to. And the employee didn't exactly deny it, but she did deny it, but she didn't, the DoorDash driver kept asking her, so you did get the delivery, for her to confirm whether or not she actually got it. And she just kept, being evasive about it, not really admitting to it. And she confronted her on, why did you report it? And she said that she didn't report it as not being delivered. And this was the manager, mind you. And then she started telling her to get out of the store, and why are you bothering me at my job? And it went on for about, it's a pretty lengthy video, like 5 minutes or more. And when she first walked in, she was waiting on a customer, the employee was, and she told that DoorDash driver to, I'm waiting on a customer. So she stepped back and let her finish, and it was a cop. The cop was there buying something, and he left. I don't know why he didn't stay and, kind of referee it, or I don't know. I guess he was on a break or whatever. I thought that was kind of strange, because it could have escalated. And the DoorDash driver really wasn't being rude, but she was telling her this is fraud, and just kept asking her over and over, why did you report it? Did you get it? Just asking her all these questions. And the employee was just rude and just being evasive and not really wanting to answer the questions, and just telling her, she told her F off numerous times, cursing at her, using foul language, criticizing her for, why are you here? I'm on my job, why are you bothering me at my job? I just want you to leave, and just kept saying it over and over, to leave. And the DoorDash driver persisted because she wanted answers, because it's going to go against her record, and she could be deactivated, which she was. Actually, she got fired for the confrontation, not really for the missed delivery. Probably for the missed delivery, or not. I mean, I believe that this woman, there were cameras in there in the store, so it was recorded, And she even made mention of that to the employee. And how could you be so stupid? So I believe that this employee has done it numerous times. I think that she's gotten away with it numerous times. She's probably caused other people to lose their jobs. Because I think that that's what it looked like to me, that she had so much confidence in, like, she ordered steak and shrimp, a really expensive meal. And the DoorDash driver told her something on the way out. Well, I hope you have a lot of energy, for now that you've eaten a free meal, so you can do your job, And I hope that this manager gets fired. CVS made a statement that they were looking at the videos. They did see the DoorDash driver in the store. They didn't make any direct statement as to whether they saw the driver hand the food over, but I hope that part was caught on video. This manager should be fired. There's no way that CVS should trust this woman. And she's probably been doing things that they don't know about if they're not paying attention to her. Because the manager made a comment that, or the DoorDash driver told her, you probably steal from this company, And the manager said, no, I didn't. No, I don't. I would lose my job. I would get fired. But how would they know unless somebody was really watching her? Or if there is an incident for them to, investigate her behavior at work, which this is it. This is the time when CVS needs to step up. They need to do their job, and they need to fire this woman, especially if this did happen. Because this woman has 5 kids. This DoorDash delivery driver has 5 kids. She was working this job as a supplemental job to the job that she has. She is working in another job, and her hours were cut at that job. So she's working 2 jobs, trying to support herself and 5 kids. That's, in this time period, for somebody to do something like this person to me is just the epitome of just a horrible human being. Somebody who would do that. And I'm pretty sure she's, to me, absolutely, I believe that she's done it before. There's no way I would believe that she hasn't done this before. So for somebody to try to harm somebody in their livelihood at this time period, that's just unconscionable. I mean, that's just a trait in your character that is just despicable for you to do something like that. It's hard enough already, and the behavior that she put forth, not admitting it or saying, I'm sorry, I'll fix it, or I'll pay you for it or something, not even concerned that this woman lost her job. And I looked online, I was trying to look up to see if there was any interviews with this manager or if she had made any statement herself, to the media or anything, and I didn't see anything. But I think that that's just outrageous in her behavior to do that to another person, especially a woman to do that to another woman in this time period. And she's got 5 mouths to feed. That's just, it's horrible. And she acted like she was not concerned, like she didn't care, like nothing. She just expected like this driver was just going to take the hit and just leave, and like there should be no consequence for her. And I hope there's a dire consequence for her. I hope she loses her job. I hope she gets fired, because it reflects, very badly on CVS if they're not going to take care of this issue, if they're not going to do something to this woman. I mean, an eye for an eye in this situation, I think, is fair. DoorDash fired this driver not for the missed delivery. They fired her for confronting that person. But, honestly, I'd have to say if that happened to me, I would go back and I would confront them too. I would absolutely try to at least get an answer, or make it, maybe they weren't aware of it, or maybe somebody else was messing with their phone, or you never know if a friend or another person got into the app and was doing something. So to clear that up, I'd definitely confront them. That's why I take a picture of my delivery on the doorstep, and a lot of times I try to reach, even if it says no contact, because we have orders that we just place them on the porch, and then we text them a picture, or your order's here, or something like that. That's why I always make a picture, and I try to make contact some way, either by phone or either calling them. Some people put special instructions. They don't want a phone call, or they do, or they just want a text or something like that, because sometimes they're at their job and they want you to leave it with the front desk, and I really don't feel comfortable doing that. So if I do that, I usually text them, say, your order is here. I left it with so-and-so at the front desk at, whatever time it is, or something. Or sometimes I'll take a picture as I'm going into the place of business, because we can't take pictures of the people. I don't know if that's actually allowed, but I take a picture of just the product, whatever the food is, up against their door. And I try to get their door number or the address in the picture if I can. Like if it's on the side of the door frame or something, if the number's there, then I'll try to get that number in so that they'll see it. And usually I try to text them a picture also. And I think that kind of helps cut down on fraud, in that way. And if I've only had one of all the deliveries I did. I've only had one that called back and said that I didn't deliver it. And at first I told him, yes, I did. I absolutely did. And then I called the manager and I confirmed with them that that address was an actual address in that complex. But this was a really weird complex because in the city I lived in, they have usually, it's numbered by, I can't remember, it was completely numbered backwards compared to the usual numbering system that they use in the apartments. I don't remember what the numbers were or what it was, but it was totally different. It was just a different, totally different. Instead, they had like sections of these little apartments. They were like one-story apartments and duplexes, and they were sectioned off according to a number. And usually an apartment number is like, it'll have apartment 1B and then 1A, 1C, 1D. Instead, these were numbered by the, like, A, apartment A1, 2, I can't remember. It was just totally opposite of all the apartments that I've ever delivered to. It was just numbered in a weird way. And I told them, I was like, I'm pretty sure y'all have a lot of mixed up deliveries or mail problems or something like that. And she goes, yeah, sometimes that does happen with the way they have it here. So even the manager confirmed it to me. So I just try to be careful and somehow try to get something in the picture or some way or text or something to try to confirm that I did make that delivery. So I really haven't had an issue with that. I hope I don't ever have any issues again. And I got that one resolved because I did deliver it to the wrong address, and I told them, I'm sorry, whatever you want me to do, and I explained to her the numbering system, and I really didn't have any problems with them, with the app or anything like that. So they didn't deactivate me or anything like that. And I think it's because I got back to them so fast and I explained the whole story and I talked to the manager and I got a whole, my whole story and everything. I was very, I put down a lot of detail and stuff like that in my explanation. And I don't ever want to deliver to that apartment complex again, I told him, because it is numbered really weird. You can make a lot of odd, just the way they had it numbered. Well, I hope the CVS, I hope they do fire this woman, because she doesn't deserve to keep her job, and the way she treated that driver and what she did, it was fraud. It was illegal. I mean, she actually committed a crime, so she should be fired for that, number one. And number two, just the way she treated that driver and the fact that she had no respect or no regard whatsoever that this driver with 5 kids was working 2 jobs, trying to support herself in the middle of a pandemic. That's, that kind of behavior. And it was just kind of astounding to me, because the driver was recording it and she knew the state law as far as recording people, because in some states you can't record without their permission and post anything. But in that state, you could the only person who have to have permission is the person doing the recording. In Texas, there's a 2-party system here that the person you're recording has to, you can't record without their permission, is my understanding. I might be wrong, but if it has changed, I don't know. It's different in different states, but she knew the law about that. I'm going to look that up again to make sure about where I live, because that, I can't imagine. I would definitely have gone back and did the same thing she did. I'd want an explanation. I'd want to know why, and I'd want to make sure if it was an accident or not. Well, thank you very much. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. Thank you so much. Have a good day.